prep teams in Minnesota. Esko hosted not one but two season openers this evening. Hanging out in the land of the Eskimos was our own Dylan Morello, and you had a front row seat to all of it.
That I did, Alicia, as it was exciting to see the Esko girls soccer team take to the home pitch for the first time this season, hosting Proctor. The Section 7A champions from a year ago, Rails, dropped their first game this season, looking to spoil the Eskimos' home opener. With 20 minutes left in the first half, however, Abriana Medill will score off a free kick, making the score 1-0 just 5 minutes later, and it's another long shot, this time from Gwendolyn Lilly. That tickles the twine. It's 2-0 Esko. Jordan Sadula will add another off the cross into the box as Esko won 4-0.
The girls' side, Esko at an impressive 6-1 mark on the road at Hermantown. Both teams wouldn't have a shot on goal until 20 minutes in. Esko's first shot results in a goal. Britta Koski goes off the post and in. Just like that, it's 1-0 Eskimos. Another good chance would come 4 minutes later. Celia Preener tries to go up top, but Cambria Thomas gets a glove on it to deflect it out. Would set up a corner kick, and this is just beautifully done. Gwen Lilly uses her head, literally. A goal on the header makes it 2-0, and that's your final as Esko picks up win number 7.
Still once beaten Eskimos looking to pick up their 11th straight win, hosting Hermantown. Kicking off with Esko's Abriana Medill with the assist to Ava Corby for the high kick over Hermantown's goalie for the goal. 1-0 Esko. Esko on the move again with an inside kick stopped by Hermantown's Cambria Thomas. A few minutes later, Eskimos Medill tallies another assist, this one to wide open Caitlin McConnell. She hits the gas and scores, and it's now 2-0 home team. Esko wins 4-1.
Girls soccer teams in the Northland sitting at 11-1 on the year. And tonight they play host to Hermantown. And it took less than 4 minutes for the Eskimos to get on the board. Abriana Medill finds the senior Ava Corby, who makes it look easy for the 1-0 lead. That's not even 9 minutes into the game. Another one. Abriana Medill with another fantastic ball. Finding Caitlin McDonald, the sophomore, is money. Esko takes a 2-0 lead. And from there they roll with a 4-1 victory, moving to 12-1 on the year. So it looks like not only with UMB Sports.
I am joined alongside the Esko girls soccer coach, Sharon Lottie. Coach, thanks for being with me.
Yeah, you're welcome.
So 12-1 on the season. I think by anybody's standards, that's a pretty darn good record. Kind of talk to me about just the success you guys have had this season and the keys to that.
We're having a lot of success this season, obviously. I think that we've got a couple contributing factors to our success. We do everything together. Here right now, we've got both the varsity and JV team. We're building a foundation this season. We've had coaching change that occurred, and so with that comes a different system of play. They're just embracing it all together, and they're learning new things during practice, able to apply them during the game, and score goals. And so it's building confidence, and they're just having fun.
Yeah.
It's a fun season.
So, it is your first year coaching this program. Kind of talk to me about how you did get these girls to kind of buy into what you were bringing to this program.
Yeah, I've been here for almost 9 years, so they know me. I've been around, and so they've had me occasionally during practices here and there, and I filled in a little bit. So it wasn't a matter of just a new face, that we had familiarity. They knew it was going to be different, and I think that they were excited about that. They knew it was going to be challenging, but they were ready for it. They knew that they have so much potential. So it was just finding the right mix, finding the right system of play, and going out there. I'm personally I'm so proud of them. I really am. I'm so proud of them for what they've achieved already this year, and truthfully what we could achieve at the second half of the season after we get into playoffs.
Absolutely, yeah. Kind of a turnaround from last year. I think you guys were just above 500. Now you just one loss on the season against a good team.
Very good team. Yep.
So kind of, what is it about this team versus last year's team that maybe has just changed?
That's hard to answer, right? That's hard to answer. They're gelling together. Obviously, team dynamics are a big part of how they play on the field. You've got to trust, every single player has to trust one another that they're going to do their job. We've talked about that a lot. You have a job and you have a role to do, and you need to go out there and do that. They are. And so they know they can rely on one another.
Yeah, so kind of talking about that team dynamic and building that team chemistry, I got word about a hat.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
So, care to explain to me about this hat?
Oh, sure. During the beginning of it was during the beginning of the summer, we met as coaches, and part of this is finding ways to have fun. We wanted to find ways to bring fun into the group, and we were just brainstorming on things. And this is true credit to Coach Medill, who's out there today, and he had the idea of cutting a soccer ball into a hat. So we cut through the soccer ball, and then at the end of every game, we award it to MVP of the game. They're responsible then for decorating it in some way, and then bringing it back, and it gets passed to the next player. So it now has a horn, glasses, eyelashes, whatever crazy thing that they can come up with.
Yeah, well, it's all about fun at the end of the day. So kind of tell me, how much fun you're having coaching this team, kind of taking it over as your own.
Oh, it's been a lot of work. I knew it would be a lot of work. But it's just a joy because you get to watch them succeed. I think the thing that I love so much about coaching is being able to teach something and watch their faces as they are able to do it and they find success in it. I think that's the same for a teacher too, where you teach something and you watch your students be able to utilize it and to have success.
You guys are pretty much a shoo-in for the postseason for 7A. Kind of talk about just what that's going to look like going into that a little bit higher level of play.
Certainly. So playoffs will start that following week. We have not won our 7A section since 2011. It's been quite a while. We had a disappointing loss last year, and they really want that game back. They want that game back for those that we're playing then. So that's what we're looking at. We're looking at one game at a time and getting to that section championship game and getting a state berth this year. That's been the focus and the goal, and they're ready to do the work, which is great.
Yeah. Well, I wish you the best of luck with the rest of your season and beyond. We'll be back with more on Friday Night Frenzy.
Esko girls soccer would fall to Cloquet Carleton 5-2. After that, they rallied off 10 straight wins before dropping their second game to Denfeld. Tonight, the two squads met up again with each team looking to get back in the win column. First half, Eskimos on the attack. Whitney Hansen sets up Lily Hansen to take a shot, but Caitlin Olsen throws her body in front to make the stop. Then, a little later, Lumberjacks work the ball outside the net. Lauren Hughes tries a sneak shot, but the keeper is able to scoop it up. And this game stays at zeros. Both teams looking for a second half spark. Hansen pops one up in front of Ava Corby, but Olsen makes another great save. Both goalies put in work tonight as this game ends in a scoreless draw.
In the Northland tonight, it began with a neighboring Section 7A girls showdown between Esko and Proctor. Top-seeded Eskimos entering 12-2-1, battling the 4-12 Rails in round one. About 9 minutes left in the first half. The game is tied 1-1. Avery Kuklinski in a foot race with the Rail, and she lets off a shot just to the left of the keeper. Eskimos take the 2-1 lead. In front of the net now, the ball gets trapped between three bodies. It's Jordan Stadler that gets the first foot on. Top shelf goal, 3-1 Esko. Second half, Kuklinski crosses up to Ava Corby. She resets and fires left, adding some extra insurance. Rails strike again, but Esko wins 5-2, advancing to the quarterfinals. They'll take
for girls soccer as the Section 7AA tournament began play on Monday. Esko earned the top seed, and they started things off with the 8 seed Proctor. First half, Eskimos with the ball in the rail zone. Ava Corby boots it. It's going to sail to the right off the net as the game remains scoreless. Moments later, after an Esko player had a handball, that sets up a free kick for Kelsey Tangen. And Tangen is going to get it to go as she pockets one in the top right corner. Rails go in front 1-0. A little over 4 minutes taken off the clock, and Esko has an answer. Caitlin McConnell at the right place at the right time. She plays the loose ball and then taps it in. Tie game at 1, and Esko is moving on with the 5-2 victory.
of the 7 single-A girls semifinals. To Esko, the 5-seeded Agates looking for the upset over the 1-seeded Eskimos. And it looked like it early. The 8th grader Reese Costley finds the back of the net just a couple minutes in. Two Harbors up 1-0. Esko, though, woke up 35th minute. Whitney Hansen sneaks this by the keeper. She thinks she has a goal, so do her teammates, but the ball bounces off the crossbar, stays in front of the goal line. So we're still at 1-0. Esko, though, would finally get their goal. Caitlin McConnell, left foot, strong foot, and we're all tied up at 1 with 16 and a half to go in the first half. Same score. Esko, they're still pressing, and from about 35 yards out, it's defenseman Reese Kaplinski, top shelf for the goal to give the Eskimos a lead. They don't look back, riding that momentum to a 5-1 win. Eskimos advance to the 7A finals on Tuesday. Now the
Eskimos facing Two Harbors in the Section 7A semifinals. Second half, Eskimos in front 2-1. Just check out the corner kick here by Abriana Medill. Launches it up in the air, and her teammate Gwen Lilly comes crashing in with the header. Well done as Esko extends their lead to 2. Over 10 minutes later, Eskimos put this one away. Ava Corby off the feed from Britta Koski. She boots it home with her left foot. 4-1 at that point, and Esko is in the section title game with the 5-1 win. And Esko hoping to finish out running the table in the Section 7A tournament as they face Spectrum. Under 5 minutes to go in the first half, Eskimos break the scoreless tie. Caitlin McConnell in the front of the net. She redirects it in last second. Esko takes a 1-goal lead into the break. It would stay that way until 25 minutes left in the game. Just chaos right here. A stinger collides with the Esko goaltender, and that frees up Claude Demond to put the equalizer away. And we are back to stage 1 as the game is tied. 10 minutes later, Esko showing they wanted more. That's Ava Corby who beats the Spectrum goalie to put the Eskimos in front. And in front for good. Esko is heading back in the state tournament for the first time since 2011. 2-1, the final.
Single-A Esko fighting for their first state berth since 2011, battling fellow twice-beaten Spectrum. Scoreless with 5 minutes to halftime, Ava Corby centers a chip pass, and Caitlin McConnell taps it in on her 16th birthday. It's 1-0 Esko. Second half, the Spectrum shot is almost shut down by the Eskimos, but Chloe Demond punches in the equalizer. Now under 16 minutes to go. Corby looks right, shoots left, game winner from the senior. Esko takes it 2-1.
Oh, this means so much to them. They've been working for this all season. It's been 11 years since Esko has gone to state.
We were the target team because we had such a good season, and I'm just so proud of our improvement. And I play 3 sports, and this is the first state tournament I've ever gone to as a senior.
State action opens next Tuesday.
With the girls soccer team faced off against Spectrum High School for the Section 7 championship title in the 7A division. Starting off with a corner kick to Gwendolyn Lilly, who tries to headbutt the ball into the net. Elena Yost is there for the save. Now in the second half, Madison Friddle moves down the field. Hannah Romer moves up the goal to try to make a save, but the two collide. With 2 Esko defenders at the net, Chloe Demon comes back and puts the ball in the back of the net, tying up the game 1-1. But it wouldn't be enough for the Sting because Ava Croby shoots and scores for the game winner for the Eskos with a final score of 2-1. Esko wins the Section 7 Single-A championship. The Eskimos are state-bound for the first time in 11 years, and they credit their off-field chemistry.
This means so much to them. They've been working for this all season. It's been 11 years since Esko has gone to state. This was in the plans as the goal, I should say, the end of the season goal, and they pulled it off tonight. I'm so proud of them. I'm so proud of them.
Definitely got nervous for this championship game just because we all want this so bad. And going into state, we want to go to the bank. That's our goal. And this is going to be a really tough first game, but I know we can do it. How hard we've worked just shows that we can do this, and we can win this game. So, bank bound. That's our goal.
Bank bound is right, Avery. The Eskimos will find out their next matchup this Saturday.